Welcome to the Free Idea Podcast. I'm gonna start strong with AI bots on all servers of all games to make them feel full. So now that AI is becoming a thing and dead video games are also becoming a thing, your favorite video game from 10 years ago or 20 years ago that nobody ever plays, but it was so fun. You remember how back in the olden days, we had GameCube video games where you played against computers and you'd play on your own for hours, just, killing computers? That was fun. But then once the online services and single player, not single player, but they stopped doing co op games and only online stuff. Once that started happening, they forgot about using computers as enemies. So now with AI, you can finally have your own pocket dimension of AI where you can just carry your AI with you and you can put this server on any video game that you would like to have full of bots. So you can play, I don't know, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with people or something. I don't know much about video games that are dead, but because I don't play those. Obviously, I forgot about them if they died. But you do. So get yourself a Pocket Dimension AI that you can just have with you on the go. Install it in every video game that you want to play again. Relive your memories as if you're playing with people, but it's bots. That'll be fun. And might as well make it a co-op experience. Like if you want to play Call of Duty again, one of the older ones where the servers are down or but there's barely any people on the servers. Well, that's one idea. Another one is that just video game companies themselves could do this. And for servers that are almost empty, like the Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, they could just add bots to it and have one that is easy, one that is normal, one that is hard, one that is very hard. Ramp up the difficulties. Just for the fun of it, because that would be fun. So you can play with real people. I mean, you could put some real people in the mix and some bots here and there. This already happens in a couple video games, like PUBG Mobile has some bots in it and sprinkle some real people, and Fortnite has bots in it. Um, like there's people that behave like bots. I'm sure that it's bots. They suck. We all have that suspicion. Moving on to the next one. You know how AI is the new iPhone or is the new smartphone back then when we had the Blackberries with a keyboard, and then the iPhone came out completely flat screen. Everything is touch. No need for buttons anymore to text. Well, the same thing is happening now with AI. Whatever this thing is, it's evolving quite rapidly and dividing into many different categories. So there's AI for writing, there's one for music, there's one for photos, there's one for videos, there's one for anime, there's one for research, and then there's one that kind of does it all. Like ChatGPT does it all, but you have these specialized ones that do even more. Like the music ones will also give you actual beats, and much more. So that brings us to the next part, that it'll just become like cable TV, where you're gonna have packages. By the way, I'm just predicting the future right here. I'm very confident this is gonna happen. You're gonna have packages just the same way cable TV used to have packages that you buy this and you buy all these 300 channels. Um, Same thing happened to Netflix. Everybody was predicting this for the longest time ever. Humans predicted it with their commercials. They said eventually, like the big draw is that it was not going to have commercials, but eventually it was just going to force you to watch commercials. And then later is what's going to be like cable TV where they package it. And that's already happening. They package HUB or something with Disney Plus, with Paramount or whatever for $16.99. That's your package right there. Pay one monthly fee that is exorbitant, and you get all these three channels. So same thing is going to happen to AI right now. If you buy the ChatGPT Pro or whatever it's called, you get access to like 30 other chat GPTs. At least you get like some sort of free trial for all the GPTs out there. And so right now is the Wild West. Right now, everybody wants you to use theirs. So they're all free. That's always the classic move. You got to make it free so they use it. Once they start using it, then you charge for it. Once you can charge for it, then you can charge even more. And once it gets too expensive and there's too many of them, then you package them. So that's what's going to happen. Predicting the future right here. But it's also a free idea. So that's one. All the chat GPTs you want in a package. Let me stop repeating that. Also, there's gonna be GPTs that claim to be the best at something. That's gonna be doubtful at the beginning, probably in the medium as well. Until they get more sophisticated, then we'll start seeing that. But there's gonna be GPTs that are gonna replace your doctors. There's gonna be a general doctor GPT. There's gonna be a therapy doctor GPT. There's gonna be a lawyer doctor in marriage counseling GPT. There's gonna be like heart surgeon GPT. There's gonna be one specialization for every GPT out there. I mean, this thing, it's coming for all the jobs out there. It's like a library. It's like a Google. It's like a library that is alive, a Google that it can speak to you, a book that can speak to you. And you can ask him any questions instead of reading it. It's better if you read it, but who has the time for that? And doctors are expensive, so that's gonna be the first thing is you're gonna ask your GPT before you go spend $500 for a doctor to tell you something you already read on the internet. I mean, doctors are gonna soon be graduating with ChatGPT. You know, eventually everybody's just gonna start using it for school, and all recent graduates will have been influenced by chat. And then when they go out in the field, they're gonna be learning their job on the go using chat or AI. You know, ChatGPT got so good that now it just equals AI. So it all boils down to ChatGPT is gonna earn the degrees, but also ChatGPT is gonna make the degrees. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain other than that way. So, like a doctor is gonna use it to graduate. That doctor is gonna keep using it to further his education. Nothing wrong with that. And then the customer, the client, is gonna use ChatGPT to find out what his disease is. And when he goes to the doctor is gonna be like, "Well, let me ask ChatGPT," and it's gonna give the same answer. So eventually, the client is gonna be like, "Well, if it's the same answer, I might as well just stick to this guy, to ChatGPT." And so there's gonna be some very small niches there for every profession where people are gonna be like, "Well, but I prefer a human." Well, but this and that. They could get it wrong 1% of the time. I'm not comfortable with 99% of the time being right for chat, so I want a human doctor. Whatever. There's gonna be something for everybody. Oh, I'm a little sick today. So that's gonna happen. Hmm. Whoever can pay for it will become smarter. Libraries will later include a sort of AI that is free to use because, well, who's gonna read books anymore? Everybody is gonna need access to a GPT out there. So libraries can do that, but I also feel bad for libraries because, man, do they keep on evolving and spending more money on stuff? And all that money comes from the city, and that city money comes from everybody, all the taxes. So essentially, libraries are going to have to give up something in order to get AI. So whatever they're going to give up is going to seem inconsequential to them, but to everybody, is going to be like a loss of an era. They might have to give up their VHS aisle. Maybe they give up their sofas or comfy chairs. Maybe they give up on DVD players. or 3D printers so they can purchase the license for ChatGPT monthly. Um, in order to gain something, they will give up something. With that said, moving on to the next one, it's a very useless idea that I see it selling in the US for some reason, but it's a bottle, a water bottle that gives you the time, like a Stanley cup, but with a clock in it. And you'll say, well, why do I need a clock in it if I have my phone? That's exactly the reason why you need a clock in it, because you got a phone and you got a watch, and we don't have enough things that give us the time. So people love drinking water. They're thirsty. In today's era, everybody be thirsty. They're thirsting a lot. Now, back in the day, if you felt thirsty, you drink. But today, you don't even have to feel thirsty. It's an obligation to drink water. So put a clock on it. The water bottle will serve as your alarm every 2 hours or whenever you want to. This bottle will ring and you can drink your water. And once you drink it to a certain level, it will stop ringing. Boom. Sell that to the rich folk of the US and Europe, and you're done. You're done for life. You made it. You did $1 trillion right there. Um, yeah, there you go. Or influencers will pick it up real quick. Drink your water, AC. Alarm goes on. Drink drink the water, and alarm stops. Boom. Um, Final idea is vitamins with an alarm. Same as the bottle, but it's for your vitamins. I know that everybody has a phone and you can set up alarms on the phone, and that's pretty good. It's absolutely good. But here, I'm not here to give you absolutely good ideas that are already useful. I'm here to give you useless ideas that are free. All right. You get what you pay for. So, vitamins with an alarm included. No more said. Actually, I will say a lot about that. It's a bottle of vitamins. It has a clock and it rings at a certain time every day, and it will flash a little green light or red, whatever, on the section that contains the vitamin that you need to take that day. So you could program it to have like 30 little squares, and each square goes off at a different day at a different time. You program all that, and basically, the little thing will flash on which vitamin you're supposed to take when and when. My goodness, yeah. Why not? Because there's people out there that need to take 10 vitamins or 10 medicines, and it's so hard for them to keep up. Well, this one I take in 1 hour, this one I take 30 minutes after, this one I take 2 hours after the one before, and this one is every 4 hours. And eventually they'll just take them 10 minutes apart because it's too much to track. Way too much to track. And if you have alarms and alarms from your phone is gonna be an alarm machine. It's never gonna stop ringing. You're never gonna be able to like watch a YouTube video on it. This is gonna be stopped all the time. So have this little thing with 30 pills, with 30 little squares where you can put it, with 30 little different alarms and dates and days, and boom. You probably can sell this to about 10 people worldwide that need that. But you're gonna make their life super easy and they're gonna love you for that. I know that. I know there's few people that need that, but when they do need it, oh boy, do you really help them out. And it's fairly simple and complicated at the same time to make it. You just need a lot of know-how on programming and fitting small things. Actually, you just need a one computer. Yeah, you just need one computer and a bunch of LEDs. And you tell them square number 822 rings or flashes at 8 a.m. Square number 25 flashes at 9 a.m. Square number 14 flashes at 12 p.m. Yeah, actually, it's very simple. China, make it happen. China, that sounds like something China could do on a whim, real quick. They're really good at plastics and small computers and LEDs. Oh, they're incredible LEDs. You wouldn't know about it because you never go to China. But if you go there, they're really good at LEDs. All their all their skyscrapers have LEDs. It's a light show over there every night. Anyways, I'm done. I'm gonna keep it short today. Thank you.